Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Today I'm going to do a full entire walkthrough of how to sign up for Walmart Spark. So you'll see exactly the steps that I took to get somebody else signed up for Walmart Spark. So if you are struggling with getting signed up or if you're having issues, I hope that this video will help you. To start off this video, let me switch over to my screen and you can see exactly what I'm doing and exactly what I see, but I will blur out any personal identifying information like addresses, phone numbers, anything like that, but let's just get right into it. So to start with this video, go over to the drive, the number 4, spark.walmart.com website. It should look like this. Right below Shop, Deliver, and Earn with the Walmart Spark Driver app, there should be a sign up button. Click on that. These are all of the areas that Walmart Spark is available in right now. If you haven't seen my video already about how to skip the waitlist or anything like that and get in a place that has higher demand, then go check out that video. I would recommend doing this on a computer rather than on your phone, because if you do stop any of this process in the middle of it, you can't go back. You have to redo everything. So make sure that you're gonna sit down, you're gonna do this all at the same exact time. And it works better if you're not on your phone, because all of these document pop-ups and things like that, sometimes it doesn't display on a phone. So I would just recommend using a computer if possible. I was looking at Moscow. I couldn't find that one, so I just switched over to Pennsylvania because I knew that Erie was a place that needed drivers immediately. I signed him up in Erie. So after I clicked on Erie, I just scrolled down and then clicked on Erie again. Now let's verify your phone number. If you don't have a good phone number, like you don't want to use your personal phone number, I would recommend going over to voice.google.com, signing up for a Google Voice number, getting that app, and then using that phone number for gig work, so that way you don't have to worry about your personal phone number being the number that you use, but you will have to remember that number anytime you call in for support or anything like that. So just type in your phone number, and after you do that, click these two boxes at the bottom. The first one says that you are over 18 and you're not employed by Walmart, because Walmart employees are not eligible to drive for the Walmart Spark platform. Then the second one is saying that by providing your phone number, you're agreeing to receive automated text messages related to your Spark driver account. If you don't provide this consent, you'll not be able to continue, so you have to click that. You also consent to receive calls or text messages from the Spark driver platform and any of its affiliates to the number that you provide. Next, verify your phone number. You should receive a text message that has a 6-digit number, so just type in that number, click next, and then now you can create your Spark driver account. Here you're going to enter your legal first name and your legal last name that you use for tax information. Then you can enter in your preferred name if you have a preferred name that's different than your legal first name. Then you're going to want to type in your email address and confirm your email address. Make sure that you remember this email address, because this will be the email address that you use to sign in for the Walmart Spark app and how you will be able to log in to check on the status of your application. Next, create a password that will be easy for you to remember and easy enough for you to type in on a phone, because you will have to type this password into the Spark driver app, or anytime that you sign out of the app and into the app again, then you're going to have to remember that password. So it's better if it's not a crazy long password, unless you can just copy and paste it. Next, you can choose how you heard about Spark Driver. If this is the first time that you're hearing about it from my YouTube channel, then choose YouTube. But if not, then you can choose whatever option you want. And then enter in my referral code of JM7PP203. That's like JM, the number 7, 2 Ps, and then 203. By using my referral code, this will get you a bonus incentive of $100 for completing your first couple of trips that you're going to complete anyways. So why not use my referral code, get that bonus incentive, and in return you'll be helping me out and helping out this YouTube channel, so I'll be able to create more content for you to help you make more money with Walmart Spark or any other gig app. Note that if you're using a referral code, you'll receive a text with details on your incentive soon. I didn't see this at first, but to proceed, you do have to review and acknowledge the Spark Driver Platform Privacy Policy, which is this document. Just read through it really quick. It's pretty standard. Nothing here is out of the ordinary. Just make sure that you understand the information or understand it enough to be able to be legally bound to it. And then once you read through it, just click accept at the bottom. Next is going to be e-tax consent. If you would like to receive your 1099 electronically, then click yes. If you don't want to receive it electronically and you'd rather have it mailed to the address that you're going to provide to them, then click no. Then finally, you'll have to agree to the digital wallet terms and conditions. This is just the branch digital wallet terms and conditions. It's pretty straightforward. Just click accept on that, and then you'll get redirected to the next web page. Here you're going to enter in your personal information. This is going to be used for, first off, your background check, and second off, for your tax information. So enter in your 9-digit social security number, as well as your date of birth. I'm going to block out date of birth. The person I'm signing up lives in New York. The license number as well, that can be found on your driver's license. Enter that in. And then I'm going to block out the expiration date of the driver's license, because I feel like you could figure out whose driver's license that is through that somehow. I have no idea, but I don't know. And then also enter in your home address. This will be the address that you want your 1099 sent to. So make sure that it's a current address or a permanent address that you will be able to get mail at. Next, you'll see at the bottom where there's the next. Above it, there is a part that says, would you like to register as a business? You can click on this and see the information. Here it is. You're registering as an independent contractor. You can either do that personally or you can do that through an LLC if you do own an LLC. This just allows people to protect their personal assets and take advantage of different types of tax deductions if you do choose to use an LLC, but it's completely not necessary. So I'm just going to skip this because like 99% of gig work drivers are going to use their own social security number rather than their tax identifying number, which is a TIN, or their employee identification number, which is an EIN. Those are just things that LLCs have or companies have that is essentially a social security number for a company. So if you don't have a company, just completely disregard that. If you do have a company and you want to do that, then feel free to do that. I feel like you will know how to enter in that information if you do have a company. Then just confirm that all of the following details are correct. I blocked these out again because it's personal information. Just make sure that's correct because they're going to use that information for the background check. So if that's incorrect, then you might be denied for Walmart Spark, and it'll just slow down the whole entire process, making it take even longer for you to get started. Next, you're going to type in your name into this box at the bottom because now is the time that you're going to have to start to review and sign the documents that are needed for you to be a gig worker with Walmart Spark. I'm just going to kind of fly through these on the screen. First will be a disclosure document. This is just talking about if you live or perform services in California, please refer this information. I don't live in California. The guy that I signed up didn't live in California, so I'm just going to breeze past this one. Then the next one is going to be the FCRA Act. That is Federal Fair Credit Reporting Act. This is just telling you your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, as well as how your private information is collected. They might check your writing histories, medical records, and rental history records. And this just gives you all of your rights under this act. And you can go to a different website that's listed in this to see any additional things. The biggest thing about this is that you must be told if your information in your file has been used against you to not allow you to sign up for the app. And then also you have a right to know what's in your file, so you may request and obtain the information that they have about you in that consumer report if you did want to. So just read through this document, make sure that you understand your rights under the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and if you do agree with everything, then go ahead and click sign. Next, let's go down to the SMS one, which is text messages. This is basically just stating that you acknowledge that Spark can text you in the future and that you're enrolling this number in the Walmart Spark Driver text message program, and you agree that you are the account holder and you can consent to enrolling in this and that you're over 18. Next, let's go over to TN document. That is auto insurance. It just states that all drivers are responsible for providing their own automobile insurance. It says that to please be advised that your personal automobile insurance may not cover commercial use. It 99% of the time will not cover commercial use. They also say it's recommended and advised that all drivers consult with automobile insurance provider to confirm whether the commercial use of your personal vehicle is covered. It's not going to be covered. If your company finds out that you're doing gig work, they will not cover you if you were to get into an accident while you're doing gig work. So just be aware of that. Next, we have background MVR. Those are motor vehicle records. So this is just a motor vehicle authorization form saying that you agree to get your motor vehicle record obtained by Walmart, and that they can check it to make sure that you haven't had like any crazy things or like under the influence, anything like that. If you do have a bad driving record, I would wait for the like 3 years or however many years it is for everything to fall off before you do sign up for Walmart, because they will deny you and you will have to wait anyways, and it's a tedious process if you do need to like re-sign up for the app. It's just a little bit more complicated that way than if you were to have like a completely clean motor vehicle record and sign up, then you would be more likely to be approved. Next is the background check disclosure agreement. Walmart may order a consumer report or a background check on you. They're definitely going to do this from a consumer reporting agency. This is just letting you know that they're going to do this and that you agree to have them do this. This may contain information concerning your character, your reputation, your personal characteristics, and your mode of living, whatever that means. These will contain information regarding any public records, including criminal records, as well as your driving records. So just be aware of that. Next, let's go down to the state notice. This is the addendum document. This just lets you know the rights that you have in each state regarding whether a company ordered a consumer report about you. Just make sure that you understand this document and you understand what information is going to be used or collected, and this information is going to be taken into account to see if you are approved for the app. Next is the non-disclosure and the dispute resolution agreement. This is a binding contract that addresses legal issues. Enter into this agreement, you sign it, it's going to affect your legal rights, and it's your sole responsibility to read this and understand this agreement. This will require both parties to resolve all disputes on an individual basis in final and binding arbitration to the fullest extent permitted by law. This document does go through each different state and the extents of each law in each state. So just make sure you find your state, make sure you read through the whole entire document, make sure you understand all of this legal stuff that say like you feel like you've been discriminated against and you were deactivated for something that was unfair. This will be your document that you will refer to tell you what kind of rights you have for arbitration against Walmart to come to a dispute resolution. So really make sure that you read this document. I can't stress that enough. None of this is legal information, but just make sure that you understand it or understand it enough. You can't just say that you didn't know that that existed because you are signing this document. So you're saying that you understand it and you agree to it. This is the longest part of it. This does take a really long time to go through. Finally, we have the W-9. I blacked out all of this information because it's personal identifying. Just make sure that's all correct and then hit accept and then go down to auto insurance. Here's where you'll upload your auto insurance, the same thing that you would give a police officer if you were to get pulled over. Upload that, hit accept. For some reason, my W-9 one didn't go through, so I just clicked on this again. Here you can see a little bit more information. I just like blocked out social security number and address and all of that. But just make sure that's correct, and you're done with all of the signing of all documents. So next, it'll redirect you to this screen that says, thank you, your sign-up process has been completed. And then it says important. Click below to check the status of your application. Use your Walmart username, which is the email you used to sign up, and the password, which was the password that you used when you were signing up, at any time to log in and check where you are in the process. You'll be notified by email and by text when your application is complete or if they need additional information. So just go down there, click on sign in to proceed. That will direct you to this website. I would recommend like taking a screenshot of the link to this website or something. I'll also put it down in the description below. This is the website that you can log in with that email address that you used to sign up, as well as the password that you used to sign up. And here is how you can check on your application. As you can see, it says one completed application. You can click on that and view the status. And in the future, if you're already driving, you can see your earnings, you can see all of your onboarding documents, and you can see your personal documents. So one thing to note about personal documents is that you can update your driver's license and your insurance information there. Usually auto insurance expires after 3 months, so make sure that you update your auto insurance here every 3 months. In the past, Walmart has reached out to me through email to let me know that I need to update my auto insurance, but they have stopped doing that since. It was only one time in about 2 years that they did that, and they've stopped doing that since, and I have heard of other drivers being deactivated because they have not updated their auto insurance information. So just make sure that you keep an eye on that, maybe set a timer or like a calendar event for like 3 months in the future when your insurance expires, and make sure that you do update your insurance because you can get deactivated for that. Lastly, at the top, you see it says, please click here to claim the wallet. You can click on that link. That will direct you to the branch webpage where you can sign up for the branch wallet, which is going to be the place that Walmart Spark pays you through. It is a really good app. It's honestly the banking app that I use nowadays for all of my banking because you don't get charged late fees, you can't get overdraft fees, you can't get anything like that. And it's just a really great app that I really enjoy. And I get my paychecks 2 days early, which is absolutely fantastic. So I hope that this video has really helped you go through everything, and if you were struggling with it, to get signed up for Walmart Spark. So yeah, that's about it for this video. Let me know down in the comments if this helped you get started with Walmart Spark, if you were able to get your application submitted because of this video. I would love to hear it if this video did help. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys have any other questions or problems or anything that's going on with gig work that you would like me to investigate and give you an answer on, then please leave those down in the comments as well, and I will add it to my list of videos that is ever growing. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.